From snow-covered sequoias to coastal giants, we took the long, and I mean winding road north. Because we spent probably 9.5 hours driving here, and we went roads that went in and out and up and down the mountains. It was very exhausting to explore the tallest trees on earth. But here's the thing. It wasn't just about the trees. We also found a hidden coastal bunker, Jurassic-like trails, banana slug, and fish and chips that, well, blew us away. So let's dive into our Redwoods adventure. You know, the Redwoods National and State Parks, it's not just one park. It's a network of 4. There's the Redwood National Park, plus Del Norte Coast, Jedediah Smith, and the Prairie Creek State Parks. And together, they protect nearly half of all the remaining old-growth coast redwoods in the entire world. Now, we based ourselves near Jedediah Smith Redwood State Park, which was just 9 miles east of Crescent City. This area is where the forest, it feels primeval. Ferns as tall as toddlers, roots tangled in moss, and trees stretching so high they disappear into the mist. No wonder Hollywood came calling and had scenes from the Lost World Jurassic Park filmed right here in the nearby Fern Canyon. Now let's talk about Stout Memorial Grove, because we absolutely loved it. We walked through a loop trail surrounded by skyscraper trees, and suddenly you realize these redwoods were here long before Europeans even knew this continent existed. I mean, they are ancient. We just love this loop walk. It takes you down to the river. It was so serene and almost mystical in some of the areas. It just looked like a fairy tale sometimes. That's the only way I can describe it. But we really, really enjoyed this trail. And we also did Trail of the Titans, which is also jaw-dropping. Stout Grove, whatever. It was just gorgeous. We took about a mile hike, I think, altogether. And those trees, I mean, they are magnificent.
Huge.
Redwoods are something to see, but, you know, pictures aren't going to do it justice because you can't see how big around they are, but then how tall they are. So you got to come here and see them for yourself. Is that a sequoia or is that a redwood? Because yes, there were some sequoias here too. So in general, redwoods are taller and sequoias are thicker. Because redwoods can get up to 311 feet tall, but sequoias up to 379 feet tall. And redwoods are ancient. They can live up to 2,000 years, but giant sequoias beat them. They can live up to 3,000 years. And a redwood's bark can grow up to 12 inches thick, where a sequoia can grow up to 3-foot thick bark. Driving along Klamath Beach Road, the scenery really changes. I mean, cliffs drop into crashing surf, and tucked away is something totally unexpected. It's Radar Station B-71. I mean, look at it. Looks like an ordinary old farmhouse and barn. But during World War II, this was a top-secret coastal defense installation, and they camouflaged it to blend in with the rural surroundings. So today stands as a ghostly reminder of a time when fears of attack loomed just off our western shores. And of course, we had to wander down to the nearby beach. The waves lapped at the shore as we hunted for seashells and other beach treasures. We breathed in the salty air and soaked in the solitude of the coastline. Such a change from the redwoods, but in both cases, they were gorgeous, and we're so glad we saw them. Now, let's talk wildlife, or a lack thereof. Our grand total animal count started with, this banana slug. Yep, slimy, slow, and just living its best life on the trail. Yeah, it was the first time I saw a banana slug, so that was kind of neat. But don't worry, we made up for it in the evening when we saw a massive herd of elk just chilling in a field. They kind of looked like they were on vacation too, just sprawled out and completely unbothered by us. Then came the surprise finale. Seals. They were hanging out near the docks by our dinner spot. They made a very nice silhouette on the horizon. And as that sun dipped below the horizon, we gathered at the Chart Room restaurant in Crescent City. It's an unassuming spot right in the water. that delivered one of the most memorable meals of our trips. We were joined by my cousin Ed and his wife for dinner, and we shared stories over baskets of crispy golden fish and chips. And these were the kind that make you pause mid-bite just to savor them. It was a perfect end to a day that had taken us from ancient forests to hidden wartime relics to the edge of the Pacific. You know, sometimes travel isn't about checking off destination. It's about the way a meal, a moment, or a view makes you feel. And this one, it reminded us why we hit the road in the first place. So now let's talk about lodging. We stayed 2 nights at the Bayview Inn, and that turned out to be both budget-friendly and surprisingly comfortable. It was only $152.45 for 2 nights. That's right, 2 nights for $152.45. Couldn't beat it. The room, clean. Bed, no complaints. Location-wise, it was close to everything in Crescent City without being noisy. Was it luxury? No, but it was luxury to us after our experience at Gina's Sierra Inn and the Armagosa Opera House Hotel. And tomorrow we got another one of those long drives. We're going to be going to Lake Tahoe. I hope you join us, and please subscribe. And always remember, adventure awaits.